Hi guys, I was supposed to make this video a couple days ago when it happened, but I didn't really want to do it. I was dreading it. So, as you all know by now, Bob Saget unfortunately passed away Sunday afternoon. We don't know yet. It's going to take a while until we know the official cause, but lots of speculation is a heart attack. But what we do know is that it was very peaceful. He was tucked into bed. He fell asleep peacefully in his sleep, which in my opinion is probably the best way to go. No suffering at all. He was way too fucking soon, just way too soon. When I found out, I was having the same reaction I did when Terry Jones died. I fell to the floor, I fell on my knees, I was screaming. I was like, why, God, why? I was freaking out. I was in such a denial. Nothing can calm me down. Eventually I calmed down after like a half hour, but I was still a mess. And I still cry. I finished, I cried like 3 times today, I think, which is like the least I cried in like a couple days now. But yesterday was like the worst of it. I think I cried like 15 times separately. So that's weird. So I was a mess. I had just gotten back from seeing Spider-Man again. And I was not feeling good. I really wasn't. I'm surprised I was even gonna go. That's a whole different story. But at that time we got there, I was feeling much better, but still, it wasn't a good morning. And then, like, literally 5 minutes after I walked through the door, I found out that Bob Saget died, and I was like, what the fuck? Obviously, it's a shock. No one was expecting it. My mind immediately went to John Stamos and the Full House cast because he was closest with them, and of course his wife. His wife, oh my god, I don't understand. I don't even want to get into that. I can't imagine her pain at all. I'm sorry if you don't understand what I'm saying. My throat's bothering me. You can tell I have a cold. It's not COVID, shut up. I got tested negative. So don't yell at me about going out with COVID. I didn't have COVID, I'm negative. So, I've been doing okay since then. It's still obviously a shock. Actually, not okay. I'm not doing good at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. The only times I'm like okay is when I'm looking at Alfred Molina stuff and Willem Dafoe, because like I'm obsessed with them. They're my queens. I call everyone queens even if they're not a woman. Okay, just shut up. I grew up with Bob Saget on my TV. Full House was one of the very, very first things I was obsessed with. Danny was not my favorite. He really wasn't. I actually kind of hated him because I thought he was too strict on the girls. But as I grow older, I realized that he really means his strictness with love, and, he doesn't mean any harm by it. He just wants what's best for them, and he wants to protect them, because he doesn't want anything bad happening to them, like what happened to his wife. He doesn't want that happening. So he feels more overprotective of them. I mean, he would still be if Pam was alive, but still. And I've seen almost every episode, and I just can't believe that Danny was the first to go. I mean, if this was like 20 years, I would think Danny would be the first to go. But in this sense, no. I would think Dave, however you say his name, would go. Like, if I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just blabbering because I'm, like, lost and confused, okay? It's just, I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry. He was, like, the nicest man. All the stories of fans and shit and friends, he was the sweetest person. And he wanted to make you laugh. He loved his fans so much. He always wanted to make you laugh. And he would do everything to make you smile and tell you that you mattered and that he loves you. And so the fact that he won't be around to do that anymore is just really, I'm really having a hard time gathering my thoughts around that. I'm sorry. going to take a long time to realize that he's gone and to accept it. This was such a shock to me. I felt like I was having a heart attack. I was in such shock. Everybody was, but, you know, I react differently than anyone because I'm weird. It hurts. It hurts a lot. And Danny Tanner has left this world, and it just sucks. America's dad has passed away. He raised so many people. He taught so many people valuable lessons. And the fact that he can no longer share his gift with us is devastating. It's horrific. I just can't describe the pain. It hurts so bad. My thoughts are with his family. I just cannot imagine what they're going through right now. It's so cliche, but there's no other way to put it. No one can imagine until you go through it. I saw a picture the other day of John getting off the plane and hugging Bob's wife, and they were just in tears, and I had to sit back and think, why? Why did this happen? Why? I was angry. Honestly, I was angry. Not particularly at God, at just the world, if that makes any sense. I was angry that they took Bob so soon. 65 is not old enough. Wait, that didn't make sense. Okay, 65 is far too young. And Norm just passed away. Norm Macdonald passed away in September. Betty White just died. That's a whole different thing. I'm still really getting over that. Not really, I'm still struggling with that. But this just hurts on a whole other fucking level. Norm's death, to us it was unexpected because we had no idea, but his family, it was expected because he had cancer. But to us, we had no idea he had it because he didn't want to tell anyone, so that was a shock. But then when we realized that what he died from, it wasn't as much of a shock because, you know, when you have cancer, you expect anything at that point. But Bob Saget was a perfectly healthy man. No problems whatsoever. Yes, he did have a drug problem, but that was in the 90s. That was a fucking long time ago. So he should have died then if he, like, you know, with the drugs. So this is obviously not drug related. It just sucks. I don't know how I'm gonna watch Full House again. I've tried over the past couple of days. I could not get through the theme song. The second the theme song goes on, I'm like, no, can't. I'm gonna cry so bad. This is horrible. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about it because, you know, I talk about everything. Bob, man, I miss you, dude. It's just not fair. It's really not. I hope you know that you're so loved and that we miss you terribly and that we'll never forget you. I hope heaven is fun. I hope heaven is nice. And, you know, we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon, Bob. Bye. Rest in peace, Bob.